Alright guys, it's that time for us. If you remember, we did a video previously on ClearSource Ultra. This is their 3-filter system. This is the biggest filter system that they offer, and it's one of the best out there. You can see it's portable. I still didn't put a handle on here. I think I'd like to put a handle at some point, but it is portable. And basically what this does is give us the ability to make most of our situations at campgrounds. This turns our water that comes through our spigots into drinking water.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
The only time that we have an issue is when our filters maybe get a little bit dirty, and the numbers that we come up with our testing they're not good, not to where we want to drink. So the ClearSource Ultra 3-filter system, the filter change interval is basically once a year if you're just an occasional camper. If you're a weekender, you might have to do it every like 6 months maybe. If you're just camping on the weekends, like a few weekends, even I bet you could push a year even, tell you the truth. And in our case, we're full-timing, and it's 2 to 3 months, every 2 to 3 months. Now here's the thing. There's been times that we've been at campgrounds that we knew we weren't going to drink the water. We were just going to stay for a couple days now, and we don't even bring this out. We don't even hook it up. I suggest, and I'll put the links in the links are in our store already. The links are in our store for this also. I suggest you get some of these ends. It's the Flexzilla hose with these ends, but basically what this does is allow us to keep these hoses connected, and whenever it's time to travel we can just hook these together. We don't have to worry about the water coming out and leaking out while we're traveling, because we do put this in the pass-through bay on the front of our RV. But these are another good idea. However, we are definitely past that 3-month mark, and it's time for us to change the filters. So let me show you the filters. And again, the link will be in our store for the filters, the unit itself, and I'll show you the process that it is. Let me show you the filters. This is what it looks like whenever you get them. There's going to be 3 filters in here. 0.5 micron rust filter. That's going to be the first one that it goes through. You're going to have the water enter on this side, and that's the first filter it goes through. The second filter is a 0.5, that's right, 0.5 micron. That's very small. And it's a coconut shell carbon block filter. That's an organic, solid filter that is made of coconut shell. And it allows the water to permeate and be filtered down to 0.5 microns. That is pretty small. Now there are 0.1 micron filters out there, but at some point you start to get where your water flow is restrictive. Now remember, all the water that goes through this, we shower with also. So it's a good chance that you could go through a significant reduction in flow if you go further than 0.5. And we have really found that we need to go below 0.5. All right, so the last filter, it's the reason that they made this the Ultra. It's the virus guard filter. This is for viruses, and it blocks a whole bunch of viruses, including like E. coli bacteria, obviously, but some of the other ones that really, I'll tell you what, it's scary, because a lot of these campgrounds you're hooking up to, you have no idea what their well system's like. And the fact that if the campground has a well system, that means they also usually, most likely, have some way to get rid of your sewer waste in your RV, and that's usually some sort of a treatment facility. Now, if that treatment facility isn't up to snuff, and if it's not being inspected, it could be that could leach potentially into the well system. So virus guards, even if they had the best water system in the world, these virus guards, you don't know what's coming through the spigots. I mean, the spigot themselves, a lot of times people are hooking up their black tank, their great, all that's on the spigot. So the virus guard is a good peace of mind. So how do you change them? Well, first, let's go ahead and show you what the filters look like inside. You can see here, this is the 5 micron rust filter. That's going to be the first one. Here is that. It's heavy. It's a carbon block, 0.5. And this one says it reduces bacteria, reduce cyst-like giardia. And then this one here is the virus, and I think it's got some words on it about it. reduces bacteria, NASA technology. Again, reduce cysts like Giardia, reduces E. coli, reduces viruses, reduces heavy metals, volatile organic compounds, insecticides, pesticides, solvents, and chloramines. I don't know, makes me feel better having it. How do we change it? Well, they give you the filter with this, and I'm just going to show you the first one because all the rest of them are pretty much the same process. Of course, we're going to get rid of the baggage here, the packaging. Anything plastic we always have immediate disposal of. We don't like to have that floating around the campground, especially out here in the Oregon coast, where they've just banned, I think, plastic bags at almost all the campgrounds, or I'm sorry, at all the stores because of obvious reasons. And there we go. Let's go ahead and dump some water out over here. And you can see the color. Looking down in there, looks pretty darn good. If you have any buildup in here, any darkness or anything like that, just wipe it out. Just clean it out. You can clean it with vinegar if you want. But yeah, look at the comparison. You can definitely tell that we've been picking up some rust. I'm colorblind. I can see this looks orange to me. As far as replacing the filter, just make sure that the hole goes over the hole that's in the post that's inside there. Keep it really straight up and centered, and reverse the removal process. Now, how hard is that? Once you get it hand tight, you're just going to take the filter wrench and give it a little snug. And that's it. I'm going to do that with the other two filters, but that's the whole process. So again, in our store link down below, just click it. It says something about Amazon store. Go to RV items. You'll see ClearSource Ultra. They also make a 2-filter one that doesn't have the virus guard, but quite honestly, if you're going to hook anything up, you might as well hook up something that has all 3 filters and feel pretty confident that you're going to get some good filtration. Now, the one thing this won't do is knock out any kind of a sulfur smell. The only way you can get rid of sulfur content, like high iron or coal, where there's a smell, especially coal, that's where really the sulfur comes from, is an aerator. I'll tell you, nobody's going to carry an aerator around with them. So even though this filtration system will easily make it to where the water's in a drinkable state, you're still going to be having an objective taste due to the fact that water has its own quality, especially well water. So don't get this and think you're going to get crystal clear water that's coming out of a 5-stage, 6-stage reverse osmosis system. It doesn't work that way. What this does is make it safe for you to consume and of course shower with and use for cooking. So again, links are down below. I hope this helped out, and as always, we hope to see you out there. Bye.